What is up, guys? Leroy Rollins here, come back at you with another video. Since I've been saying these last few weeks that my last bodybuilding competition was just the most recent one I did at IFBB Worlds, everybody's been like, yo, Leroy, what's your training like now that you're not bodybuilding? Well, let me answer. So I thought I'd break this video down into 3 parts discussing my training. Part 1, cardio. Yes, I'm still doing some cardio. Part 2, mobility, and then part 3, strength. Let's start with the smallest portion of my training program right now, and that is the cardio. So I am not actively trying to lose weight. I'm actually gaintaining, I guess you could say. I'm not trying to gain a bunch of weight because I did that right after the show. I'm actually upwards of 178, 179 pounds, which is crazy because 3 weeks ago I was 151. So that's a pretty big gain in weight. So my calories right now are at a maintenance, maybe just above maintenance, to help me build strength and still put on muscle while I'm in my bodybuilding off season. So cardio in the program is more so for health, and it's kind of like a little psychological thing for me at the beginning and the end of the week. So I'm only doing 2 cardio sessions right now that are planned. If I do an extra one, it's more so that, you know, my girlfriend wants to get some cardio in and I'm at the gym with her, so I'll hop on the bike or something too. But for me personally, I have 2 cardio sessions planned, and those are Monday and Friday mornings. I do those, as I said, a little psychological thing. It's to kind of, Monday mornings, it's let's get up, let's get something done, let's start the week off with an accomplishment. I'm up at 10 after 4. Today is Monday, so this morning I was up at 10 after 4. I was at the gym by 4:30, ready to rock. So I got my cardio done, and then at the end of the week, it's more so, it's not like Friday, it's like, okay, game time for the weekend, but it's the start of the week with the cardio accomplishment, finish the week with the cardio accomplishment. By the end of the week, I don't know, I work crazy hours and my training and stuff, so by the end of the week, I'm pretty tired, I'm ready for the weekend, but, you know, kicking that Friday morning off with cardio, it's like a proof to myself that I can get up and do it, because I know people won't, so if I do it, then good for me. I've just been doing incline treadmill. It's not, again, I'm not trying to lose weight. My goal isn't to burn a bunch of calories. I'm not trying to, you know, sweat my face off like I was when I was prepping. This is more so something for me to do. It's an accomplishment, and it's a goal that I can do, and I can do it every week, and have some fun with it. I put some music on, put some videos on, and just, it's time for me. It's time for myself, which I don't get a lot of, so I can use that for that as well. Part number 2 of the training program is mobility. You guys may have heard me talk about this in a previous video. I think I've mentioned it a little bit, but I'll discuss it more in depth here. I am stiff. That sounds really weird. My muscles are stiff, my body is tight. That is just from me being neglectful when I was training for bodybuilding and stuff these last few years. I was that guy that would do his workout and then do a couple of these, and then walk out the door. And I started to develop, you know, tightness through my shoulders. My shoulders were starting to round over a little bit. My hips are notoriously tight, and my ankles, which causes me a ton of knee pain, which, if you've been following me for a while, you know that this knee pain of mine is not something new. But even in the last 2 weeks of me focusing on mobility, my knees have gotten so much better. My shoulders feel better, my knees feel better, everything is just feeling and moving better. As far as programming my mobility, I don't have it for sure, like this is what I have to do, when I have to do it, and why I have to do it. I'm gonna work on that. I'm gonna, you know, hopefully dabble into like learning some Kelly Starrett stuff and how to program mobility a little bit more effectively. But for me, what I've been doing is, so I do my cardio in the mornings, Monday and Friday. I do a half hour there, and then I do about 20-25 minutes mobility as well before I have to go back to work. And that mobility focuses on areas that are feeling tight that day. So for today, for example, my upper body was super tight and sore from yesterday's workout. So I focused on opening myself up and stretching and moving everything, and feels amazing. And then I also work on, as I said, my knees and my hips and my ankles, all that lower body stuff. I work on that a couple times a week as well. So before my training, I'll do dynamic warm-up stuff and some mobility work every single time now, no ifs, ands, or buts. I make sure I do it, which takes me about 10 or 15 minutes. And then on my rest days, I'll try to do a little bit as well, whether it's between clients or at home on my break like I am now. I'll do stuff to keep things loosey-goosey because I'm trying to get strong. I'm trying to be a little bit more of an athlete, so I need to make sure I'm mobile and I can move fluidly. And last but not least, the biggest part of the training, the fun stuff, and that is the strength work. So I've mentioned again in previous videos, or if you've been following me on Instagram and stuff, you know my new goal is powerlifting, and I want to get strong AF. Now, powerlifting is very, 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 very different than bodybuilding in that it is strength focused. It does not. They don't care how you look. The judges don't care if I have a 6-pack, if I have a 1-pack, if I have 20-inch calves or 10-inch calves. They do not care. They only care about what I can lift. So for me, right now, my maxes, if you've seen the videos, you'll know this already, but my maxes are sitting at a 455-pound deadlift, which was, I still had some in the tank. I could probably pull 470-ish. If I was really feeling it. 455 deadlift, 425-pound squat, 300-pound bench, and then 175-pound overhead press. Now in powerlifting, you may or may not know, overhead press is not in there, but in the program I'm following, it is. So I'm gonna do it as planned. The program is a little bit of a hybrid of Wendler 531. I've ran it before and seen success with it, so I'm gonna run it again, and this time I'll have more time to do it. I've usually had like a few months, and then I had to prep for competition again, so I had to switch up my training all over the place. I've never had a good chunk of time to focus on getting strong, besides when I was first getting into lifting, which was years and years ago. So now I'm excited that I can really focus in on it and hopefully get some super, super good numbers on those big lifts. I would like to do, I'm hoping, a little foreshadowing for you guys, hoping to do my first meet by next spring. I'm going to do a little fun one. It's like a charity event. Locally in February 2nd or 3rd or something like that. So that doesn't count, but the first real one will be in spring, it's looking like. And I would love to pull 500, bench 315, squat 450, not overhead, overhead can go over there. So as far as the training goes, each workout starts with the main lift. So I'm training 4 days a week. So you have 1 day for bench, 1 day for squat, 1 day for deadlift, 1 day for overhead press. My training is Saturday, Sunday, and then Saturday, Sunday, Wednesday, and Thursday. So I have 3 rest days. I have an optional day that I can go in and do like an arm day if I want, but I'm usually pretty sore and I hit lots of triceps anyways, so I'm not sure if I'm gonna, opt to do that regularly, but it's there if I need it. But the rest days will definitely be taken advantage of. So each workout, each one of those 4 workouts starts with the main lift. So let's go over yesterday's workout. Yesterday's main movement was bench press. So I have, if you're familiar with powerlifting programming and Wendler 531 at all, it's all percentage based, percentage of your 1 rep max. So you have certain percentages and reps with that percentage that you have to hit. So yesterday was 3 sets of 3, I believe, working up to 90% of my max. And then I followed those up with a couple sets of singles at my training max, which training max is where it's based off of, for the other maxes, or the other percentages are based off your training max, not your full max, but your training max. That way you know you'll be able to hit it every time. So it's not 100%, it's actually 90%. So the numbers are, you should be able to hit them every time unless something's going sour. Like if you gotta, like for yesterday, for example, if my shoulder was being funny, I might have had some issues, but you should be able to hit those numbers every time. After I did my bench, and then I did the other bench press work, the rest is accessory work or supplemental exercises that are to help that main lift. So for bench press, we're thinking triceps, we're thinking lats, a lot of upper back. That stuff follows the main lift. So I did some tricep extensions, some pull-ups, some rows, and then at the end of the workout, or kind of mixed in between like I did yesterday, I do some conditioning work. Just, it's again that athletic performance. I want to start becoming more of an athlete, not a stiff old robot bodybuilder dude that can't move. So I did the battle ropes, I did some, what did we do yesterday? Oh, farmer's carries. That was the other one, farmer's carries. If you guys have never done farmer's carries, they're intense. Go super, super heavy. And then at the gym I train at work, Right Fit, we have a 50-foot turf. So you go there and back, and it's intense. That's the breakdown. So you have your big lift, your accessories, and then some conditioning thrown in there. As I said, it's a 4-day split, and then the other days are rest days. So that's a little breakdown of my training, guys. Hopefully I wasn't too all over the place for you guys. If you're following me on social media, you'll be able to get a little bit better breakdown, and maybe I'll do like a video of me like, you know, camera on the paper, and I'll write it down and explain it a little bit more. If I can get my brain on paper, it might come across a little bit simpler versus being all sporadic all over the place. But people have been asking where my training's going, so I thought I'd share this quick video for you guys, and I hope you guys learned something and enjoyed it and can get a feel for what the training's going to be looking like for the next little while, because bodybuilding's on the back burner probably for like 2 or 3 years. So now we're going to just get really strong and be super mobile too, which is cool. So thanks for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed the video. Hit that like, share the video, subscribe, hit that subscribe button, and I will see you guys in the next one.